Please be seated. Good afternoon. Thank you very much to Bishop Templeton, to the entire leadership for having invited me once more to share a stage with the people of God. I'm overjoyed because at this moment we meet once more as we do whilst the rest of the world is battling with some problems that ourselves will resolve in 1 hour. How I wish this good picture, the spirit that permeates among ourselves today and the rest of South Africa, we can take this picture and give to the rest of the world, to the people of the Middle East, to the people of Israel, to the people of Palestine. As we meet today, parts of the world, Bishop Templeton, are fighting about which religion is better and which culture is better. In South Africa, we always refer to ourselves as a miracle of God. Because in South Africa, there's no small or big religion. Religions are the same. That is why we've made the progress we've made to unite our people. I'm overjoyed and I'm delighted because Bishop Templeton, both in theology and in history, the creation or the establishment of any institution, whether be it this organization that you are leading, it's not a coincidence. The timing is not a coincidence. You are established at a time when there is animosity throughout the world and there's animosity in our society. You are brought together, the people of God, our traditional leaders, our religious leaders, among others, to give hope to our people. I'm overjoyed because when I come here, I come to meet with the leadership, the real leadership. I'm saying the real leadership because some of us in government, we make a mistake to think that we are the only leadership. In that we want to resolve all the problems of the world. And yet, if we are to work with you as local-based leaders, as religious leaders, as traditional leaders, these are the people who live with the people on a daily basis with experience. If we work with you and we don't see ourselves as the real leaders up there, we come to you, we'll find solutions to some of the challenges we face today. One of the challenges we face today, as described by the last speaker, sometimes when we talk about, for example, gender-based violence, we look at the physical nature of gender-based violence. So and so has beaten this person. But most of our families and the society in South Africa is a broken family and is a broken society. Because a lot of us will live with scars emotionally, people can't see. And that is why when you hear testimonies of people who come from broken families, the child cannot relate to the father. There is no role model in the family. No wonder if you look at the problems we have. Not so long ago, Cape Town was in the news again for all wrong reasons. 12 people killed and died in Khayelitsha. Not so long ago, the people of Eastern Cape, just yesterday, a father was given 6 life sentences for killing his wife and 5 children, his children and his wife. We come from broken families and we are a broken society. Not only government can resolve that, we need religious leaders. We need traditional leaders. That is why government, if it's to resolve and deal decisively with gender-based violence and femicide, it can't be a government that addresses from somewhere. It must be a government that works with structures like yourselves. I think it's the grace of God, once more, that this structure is established, and it's a very all-inclusive structure. And it's very important in history to know why this structure is established at a time when we are faced with so many challenges. Maybe, by the grace of God, the solution is with you. Maybe the solution is with you. That is why I so wish that this beautiful picture, we can take it to the people of Israel and the people of Palestine, that tomorrow they can see peace. That tomorrow they can see that there is no better people and worse people. That including the illegal occupier can see that there is no value to kill people in their own and illegal occupy their own land and deny them their own liberation. The people who are fighting only thing for a free Palestine. I say all these things because in history there is no vacuum, Bishop Templeton. You are the only organization that has brought together all these different people under one roof. And I think not only must we say it's the grace of God, but I think God has a vision. The South African Constitution, Section 198 in Chapter 11, outlines a number of principles that govern our national security. Some of which we say, for example, in the Constitution. As individuals and as a nation, we must live as equals, to live in peace and harmony, to be free from fear. I make that reference and cite it because the question we must ask as we celebrate the Constitution 25 years later, why must we have people in the Cape Flats who still live in fear, and yet in the Constitution we have made this commitment? We made this commitment in the Constitution. And yet the people of Belar, and yet the people of Bonteville, and yet the people of Kwalanga, they live in fear. In other words, we have not fulfilled the commitment we have made in the Constitution. That is the role of your structure, Bishop Templeton. Help us to fulfill the commitment we have made in the Constitution, that our people as individuals and as a nation must not live in fear. Not so long ago, I went to Belar, I went to Happy Valley and other areas. At 6 o'clock in the evening, when the dark falls, people close their gates and so on. Because they can't allow anybody, as we do door to door, so for many other things. People live in fear. And yet we've got a constitution that guarantees and make a commitment that as a people, as individuals, as a nation, we must not live in fear. I'm giving that as a challenge to the structure that today, through your leadership, you have now made this structure known to the South African people. From a government point of view, a number of initiatives to deal with this scourge has been developed and many laws have been enacted. We're in a process of finalizing what is called National Security Policy and National Security Strategy, which will be consulted with general public, including this structure yourselves. This is to ensure that security is owned by all South Africans. The reason we consult when we develop a public policy is to make sure that it is owned by the people of South Africa. So we talk about national security strategy. We want you to own that. To the victims of crimes, I would like to say you are not victims but victors. May I repeat that? To the victims of crime, I would like to say you are not victims but victors. You are a living proof that the evil wishes of your perpetrators have not succeeded, but here you are today. You're walking, you're testifying on your own. I say, let us walk with pride and our heads up and create awareness across this land so that no one will be a next victim. Let us expose those who are criminals and abusers and support our law enforcement agencies. I do want to go back to the point I made earlier, the Honorable Templeton Bishop. We must find a way to talk to this broken family called South Africa. We must find a way as religious leaders, we must find a way as communities to talk to this broken society called South Africa. The way we talk about crime, for an example, gangsterism, we look at its impact by what we see by our eyes. The damage it has done is not something that we can see. A child of 12 years is a leader of a gang, has never been to school. At 16, he's spending a life sentence in Polsmo. He has never experienced his youthfulhood. And young people are the future. If they are destroyed by drugs, it means we don't have a future as a country. It's important as we continue to pray to South Africa that this miracle that we see here, it must be transmitted throughout the country and throughout the world. I do pray that the people of Israel, I do pray that the people of Israel in the Middle East and everywhere, they will take this example and know that in the world, there is no better religion, there is no better religion. All religions are good religions. There will be no need to fight because you think others, they don't believe in my religion or not. There are no superior human beings in the world. Because should you think that there are superior human beings, that is the start of a war. That is an evil spirit that permeates to those who are powerful in the world, to want to dominate those who are unfortunate, who are less powerful. And therefore, I do want to say today, as you gather here in this historic place in Cape Town, that let the spirit of goodwill today permeate throughout and give hope to our people. Buyiselani ithemba ebantwini, abantu bakuthi sebephelelwe lithemba. Ninomsebenzi ke nina eninikwele eJokhwe nguThixo ukuba nibuyisele ithemba ebantwini. Into enhle iqala kancinci. What will become a freedom of South Africa in 1994 started with a small meeting in 1912 in Bloemfontein. Do not undermine the numbers. Do not undermine how many are you, but you don't know the impact that you may make to change and bring life to our people. Bishop, you must live among the people. These organizations must live among the people. We'll make sure that as government, we do everything we can to support you. We will do everything we can to support you. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you very much. God bless. God bless. God bless. God bless. Thank you. Kaise.
Again, can you all stand up? Did you listen to the commitment? I can't hear you. You don't sound convinced. Show me, show me, show me. Show me, who are you? Do you have mothers here? If you are not sure you're a mother, just say, Allah, Allah. Mr. Chair, Aaron Meselar, we are changing him to Moses, ne? Moses Meselar. He'll be leading the candle lighting. And then after that, the Honorable Tahire Mazinho, Princess Belinda will do the devotions. And of course, ahoy, Chairman. Come, sir. Take the honors. Upumlungu.
You may be seated. Honorable Deputy Minister, religious leaders, traditional leaders, it's an honor today to be with you. And we are coming to the most important item of the day. Let me humble myself and go to the people on the ground, Deputy Minister, so that I'm not part of you. I'm part of the people. So I'm going to the people. Dear beloveds, we have come today to this ceremony that we want to do is to show that we have come for hope. A hope that it is there for tomorrow. And it's hence therefore that we will light today the candles. And it's my honor to call the Deputy Minister to be part of this. And there's two leaders that I've called. There's two mamas that I want to call to be with me. When we go through this COVID time since 26th of March, it was so cold. And many of us is left with fear in our hearts. Many of us couldn't really stand by the bedside of our loved ones. Some of us was filled with tears and with pain in our hearts, still today. But when we light this candle, today is for the hope. There will be a brighter tomorrow that the Almighty will give us. And we will see a better South Africa. Deputy Minister, let me read what stands on these candles. And then I will hand over. Where's the person? Just sanitize for us the lighter, please. Someone has wrote on this candle and say, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from the wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and forgive them and will heal their land. 2 Chronicles 4 verses 14. Let me honor to the Deputy Minister who will light for us the big candle. See, smokers come and assist him. This is the candle of hope for all South Africans today. And after this lighting of this candle, we will go into prayers now. And the two mamas can take everyone a candle and then light from this candle. Going down, going down, going down, going down. Okay, take a lot. Yes, this one is a guest of it home. You can see. You got a guest over there. Bishop Templeton, then we'll hand over for the prayers now. You can go back. No, I think you must stand here while they pray. Sanitizing.
Thank you. All the religious leaders that I've called, may they come and bless us. We will start with Madam Tahira. He will pray in Baha'i. But before they come, the UNICEF, our partner, unfortunately, as I said in the briefing, she just got vaccinated. She sent the voice note. I will forward the voice note to the chairperson. Then he will send it to the group. And also I will forward it to the minister, so that you must know that they are part of us now. Let me hand over to Madam Tahira.